Hi, Sugar Pies. How are you doing? Are you doing good today? I hope that you are. Your girl's doing pretty decent today, besides the fact that I am um rather furious with the goings on in YouTube land, to put it lightly. So I'm just so absolutely disgusted and just I'm not over exaggerating, dudes. Like for real. I'm legit disgusted by certain individuals on here. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Let me chill out for a minute. Okay. So we're jumping on here a little bit earlier than usual because I am receiving the niece and nephew today at some point today. And I really need to get this off my chest. I really need to vent about this shit with you guys. And the majority of you people on here too are pretty PO'd about this shit too. So I know many of you are going to need to vent about this. So please feel free. Anybody pops in, vent with me because I know that you're mad too. I have seen comments um defending this dumb bitch's act. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss, and it's just really hard because of how mad I am about this. It's just I can't fathom why somebody would want to do something like this, but anyway, let me chill out. I wanted to come on here a little bit earlier so that we can rant and rave and I can vent my frustrations about this. And you are free to join me because I know a shit ton of you guys are very upset about this as well. So we need to get it off our chest. We need to vent about it. And this is a safe place. This channel is a safe place for us to vent about stuff, especially this goofy shit that goes on in YouTube land. But anyway, but yeah, I wanted to get on a little bit earlier so that I'm not ranting and raving and cussing up a storm and stuff like that uh, while the niece and nephew are here. Granted, they don't pay any attention to me, but well, the little one does. She pays attention to me. My nephew, he just, he goes to my room and plays PlayStation. So he ignores me. And the tiny one, if she hears me say a bad word, she yells at me for it. So I don't feel like getting in trouble from a 3-year-old for cussing. So we're gonna hurry up, nip this in the butt real quick, and get all of our frustrations out. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because anything's funny. Because this is the furthest fucking thing from funny. I don't know how this is legal for real. I don't know how it is legal to be able for anybody who is not um of course who's not family, who's not an actual medical professional or law enforcement or something. How is it? I don't know why this is legal that you can go and purchase autopsy photos when you're just some Joe Schmo, fucking anybody, YouTuber, piece of crap, but whatever, that has no professional background whatsoever in the medical field or law enforcement and is not kin to that individual. I don't, why is this something? Why is this a thing? This needs to stop because Maybe that's the good that's going to come out of this shitty situation, that you will not be allowed. It's greed, man. It's fucking greed. We say it all the time on here. People are greedy. The world is greedy. But anyway, as I'm sure all of you guys know, the situation that's occurred where this stupid bitch Zav girl, dumbass name. Sorry, guys, I'm trying not to be petty. But I'm just so mad. And this person is just disgusting. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on what her issue is. Just my thoughts and opinions. I'm not a professional in anything at all, except for a professional fuck up. So I'm not a professional when it comes to anything, never claimed to be. But I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this Zav girl bitch and what her problem is and why she thought it was okay to do something like this. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on that. You know how I tell you guys all the time that we need to take a break from true crime stuff because we consume it. If we consume too much of it, it gets into us and it fucks with our energy and stuff. It throws it all off because you're consuming it, right? Like you consume food, you're consuming content. I tell you guys, sometimes we need a break from that shit. This bitch doesn't give herself a break from this shit. This is her life. And it's okay to have a fascination, with true crime stuff and everything like that. But what this Zav girl bitch has done is she has become obsessed with it. And many others have too. But this is unhealthy as shit. Well, any obsession is unhealthy, but this has become extremely unhealthy to where you have an obsession to where you're so desensitized that seeing a deceased child's body cut open nude doesn't bring out any emotions in you at all. You've become so detached, so desensitized from it. There's a fucking problem there, man. And you need to seek some mental help, maybe even a priest. I don't know. It's not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because of the ridiculousness of it. I tell you guys all the time, we need to take breaks from this stuff because it's so heavy. I know I got to take breaks from it sometimes. I got to take, especially when it comes to anything to do with children. I don't want to see a child's deceased body cut open and autopsy pictures. That's disgusting. Why would anybody want to see that? What kind of morbid curiosity do you have? There's shit I remember when I had that morbid curiosity when I was like a teenager and shit. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. Back in the day, the Faces of Death, the website where you go and you see like a dude laying on the ground where a helicopter chopped off, sliced his head open, and you see his brain and half his head's laying there. I remember that shit. I remember seeing that, and that has stuck with me ever since then. Ever since seeing that, and I'm like, oh my god, why did I look at that? But I had this morbid ass curiosity. But I've learned over the years, Sarah, that's not fucking cool. Why would you want to see shit like that? Why would you want to be traumatized like that? And it was never anything to do with kids either. But I just can't wrap my head around why would this bitch think that it was okay to put it, not only to purchase it, anyway, which should not, like I said, should not be legal unless you are a medical professional, law enforcement, or the victim's family. Why would you want to see that yourself, purchase it, put it behind a paywall on what is it? Patreon to make some money. And oh, I see some of the people. Didn't she try to justify it by saying, I had to recoup some of my money from it? You sick, twisted freak, dude. I had to recoup some of my money from buying it. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people defending her and saying that. Oh, what? So she couldn't make her money back from buying it? Well, she shouldn't have fucking bought it in the first place. And if you want to see that kind of crap, if you were one of the ones who paid this bitch to see that, I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I'm cussing up a storm, but it's okay. We're not monetized here, so it's no big deal. But you think that it is okay to essentially purchase photos of a deceased child, autopsy photos. If that's the kind of shit you want to see, what is wrong with you? You are sick. You are disturbed. You need to go see a psychiatrist for real because you got some issues. It's disgusting. Just because something is legally you can purchase these photos, even though, you're not, she's definitely not a professional. Oh, wow. Damn. I've been tracking her subscriber count and she's down to 89.9. So people were pissed about this, and rightfully so, man. I'm gonna see if I can find some of these. Let's see some of these. Let's go to her community page. Oh, 4 hours ago, she goes, can someone please email me contact info for Landon that is accurate, up to date if possible? Thank you. Are you fucking kidding me, bitch? You want this child's mother's information? Isn't it the mother, Landon, the mother? I can't remember. Or the father? I can't remember. But you want somebody to give you her number and shit, contact information? What makes you think you're entitled to that? What makes you think that she wants to hear from you after what you did to her child? Displayed his nude, deceased body and sold it. Pictures of it. What makes you think that she wants to talk to you? Oh, do you want to give her some manipulative, gaslighting, like apology type bullshit? Then do it publicly. You have a substantial amount of YouTubers. You're working your way up to being, like I say, if you got 100,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, then you're kind of an established YouTuber. I give you credit for that. You're working your way up to that, weren't you? I bet you she thought, how some of these idiots think that bad publicity, any publicity is good publicity. She was thinking that was gonna, everything was gonna be all honky dory. Oh, I'll finally reach 100,000 subscribers. Well, guess what, bitch? It's going down now. Sorry. God. Yes, I agree with this comment right here. Why would you think you are privy to her information? You just sold her murdered son's autopsy pictures and didn't even consider his parents before you did that. The only thing she needs to hear from you is a public, heartfelt apology for your actions. And the money that you made off of this child, you should donate to her or to some charity, that supports children and, whatever. But no, you're not going to do that because you're a greedy fucking my precious looking ass. My precious. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. Yeah, some people value money over morals, and it's disgusting. People will do absolutely anything for those clicks and views. And it's pathetic. It's absolutely despicable. I know that she didn't do this on YouTube. She did it on Patreon and she's suffering repercussions on Patreon. But somebody like this who's willing to do something like that, I mean, it's one thing if you want to spend your money and for some sick reason buy these pictures for yourself to look at, and she claims in the name of science. All right, bitch, in the name of science. Are you a scientist? Are you a professional in the medical field? Then you have no right to claim it's in the name of science. No, you're just some fucking YouTuber here who a tragedy pimp. That's exactly what you are. This bitch has knocked Daisy Cow off of my shit list. Well, she's knocked her down quite a bit. Daisy, if you're hate watching, congratulations. You're now not the top of my shit list of tragedy pimps. This bitch is. So congrats. Don't even why I just can't understand why is this legal? Why is it legal for people to do that? I just oh god. She should be deplatformed on everything. People like that should not be allowed to have any kind of a platform on social media. Wow, like literally, I am not seeing anybody, I'm not seeing anybody defending this bitch. And I know there are some that have, but yeah, she's desperate. Karma. Exactly. Karma is going to get you. Oh, here's one. Here's one. In a world where she should listen to trolls in her comment section, of course, who the hell are you people to tell her what she can and can't do? Sheesh. This is June Harris, 2018, says 52 minutes ago. Trolls. We're trolls because we think it is disgusting that she purchased these photos, put them behind a paywall for people, weird people like you. You're probably one of the people that are June Harris. You're probably one of those people with your sick, morbid curiosity that wanted to see this child in this position. You're probably one of those sickos who paid the couple bucks to see this. You can tell who the sickos are. And another thing, I'm sorry, but I think it was Brian Enton or maybe it was Duty Ron. Duty Ron was saying, yeah. Do you know the kind of sickos that are going to purchase that picture on there who predators, for lack of a better term, child predators that get their rocks off by seeing stuff like that? Do you know the kind of attention that you are drawing to that? It's exactly what the Duty Ron and his guests said. And Brian Enton, you're re-victimizing a victim, exposing him in that position. I'm trying to be as delicate as possible to child predators on the internet. That's sick, dude. How can you defend this? Is what I'm saying. I mean, not very many people are defending this, but it's not sane. It's not sane. It's not normal to profit off a child's no longer alive body. And then she wants the mother's contact information so that she can probably try to manipulate her. Oh my god, that was so cute. Now I'm sitting at the bar and I'm looking out, and there was this little cardinal, and it like grabbed a hold of this leaf from the tree and was like swinging, like it was a little swing, like playing. That was cute. But anyway, I'm sorry. My birds capture my attention. But yeah, there's a lot of people. Oh, here we go. We need to have Gannon's law and stop people from doing this. Absolutely. If there is anything good that could come out of this awful situation, it is that there can be a law that prohibits people who are not family, who are not medical experts or law enforcement or whatever, education, like any kind of professionals, from being able to purchase this shit, because that just doesn't seem right to me. I had no idea it was even a thing. I had no idea you could do that. Granted, I don't know why anybody would want to see that. I mean, we hear all the time, as being followers of these true crime cases and stuff like that, we hear all the time about how these jurors and, you know, judges probably too, and, whoever's in the courtroom have to get like extensive therapy for some of the shit that they have to see. Why? It's like, wow, how can you be that desensitized? And it's because she consumes too much. This is her life, and that's not good. When you are consuming all this shit, like I have the same qualms, if you will, about Annie Elise though. I quit following her because she has an obsession, just like the Zav girl thing. She has made her fascination, her interest, into an unhealthy obsession. And all she ever talks about is cases to do with children. And I can't handle that shit personally. I'm sorry. I can't handle it. When it comes to the kids, I can't handle that stuff. It just, I can't. But she's in this, and not only that, you guys have told me, some of you have told me that Annie Elise is a rude ass, egotistical bitch, and has been really rude to you guys before in her live streams. So therefore, I'm good on that. I'm good. But there's no justification for this. I don't care. There's no justification. I don't care how this lady tries to spin it. Like, if you want to talk to her, if you want to talk to this poor little boy's mother, then you go through uh her legal team, her lawyers. That's what you do. That's what you do right there. And publicly apologize. Publicly. You need to be humiliated. Some people need to be humiliated. Seriously. Some people need to be humiliated to see what they've done wrong. And let's hope that, God, it's heartless. It's heartless and insensitive as fuck. And I'm the least sensitive person out here in YouTube land. So, if I'm saying this is insensitive, then yeah. But I'm sure all of you seen Brian Enton. We all know who he is. He addressed this and he put it perfectly. We should probably listen to what he said, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions or whatever, my commentary on that. But I guess she had a chance to go on there and speak, but she didn't. Oh my god. That's one thing. Like, I'm seeing comments on here. Her brain's fried from the drugs. Look, just because somebody does some immoral, unethical bullshit doesn't mean that they're on drugs. That's ignorant as fuck. That's ignorant. Even when I was on drugs, there's no way I would even think about doing something like what this lady has done. So you're ignorant if you're going, oh, it's because of all the drugs she's on. You're ignorant as fuck for making that comment there. I've seen a couple people say that, but yeah, she needs to reach out to his family's attorney. Man, there's people are so mad, and they should be, man. They should be. I'm trying to find anybody. I'm trying to find anybody defending her here. Oh my god, are you serious? This person, I don't know if this is true, but because I know of this bitch because of the whole Kylie Rodney thing. When she was exploiting Kylie Rodney's case to high heaven. I know of her of that because she was trying to ride Ryan Upchurch's dick because he's famous basically. And she was trying to, you know, uh, latch on to what he was saying and, grow her channel off of like him. You guys get what I'm saying. She was trying to use him to gain followers and stuff because he's a quote celebrity type. So she was dick riding basically. Uh, this person says you've got a video up speculating if that's her son screaming in his last moments, and you want to contact the family and say what? Leave them alone. I had no idea. I had no idea. Why? Why has this been allowed? She has a video where she's going, "Oh, this might be him screaming in his last." This bitch. I told you. I told you. Morbid curiosity is disgusting. It can get really sick when you get an obsession with this shit. You can get really disgusting. And this is proof right here. This is the proof that I've been telling you guys. You need to give yourself a break from the true crime shit. This is what happens when you don't give yourself a break. You become obsessed and you get a morbid curiosity and you get desensitized and you no longer have empathy for the victims or the families because you have your gross little obsession. And then you get all the big numbers and then you get an ego and then you got to keep up in the ante to get more numbers so you can get more money. See what I'm saying? It's disgusting. Leave them alone. You've done enough damage. You fucking troll looking. I'm sorry. Lord, please forgive me. I'm just really mad. Yeah, I agree with this person. Please just stop and delete your exploitative garbage. Oh, this person says that the mother, Landon, has your information. She is the kindest, most caring person. And yes, you hurt her. Time is precious. Yeah, your time is precious. Everybody's is. And if that woman wanted to hear from you, I'm sure she'd reach out. But if you like many people who said on here, we need to have some respect. And if you feel like you want to give a private apology, then you need to go through some her legal team, her attorney, her lawyer, whatever. I'm sorry, guys. She's not sorry. That's why that's why she hasn't that's why she hasn't made an apology. Oh, here we go. This person says sending positive vibes your way. And I'm sure she does need some positivity because even the worst piece of shit on the earth needs positivity in their lives. They need it the most, honestly. But and then another person says, "Send the money you earned back, Zav girl." And this person says, "Please don't type your mean words under my comment. Type it under your own. Thank you very much." That wasn't even mean. That wasn't even mean at all. That's one of those sick. See right there. That's one of the sickos that probably. Yeah, this person said, "I bet you paid to see the ghoulish show with positive vibe eyes on." Mm-hmm. You. Oh my god. Here's another one. I'm starting to find them now. I'm starting to find the ones that are trying to justify this. Oh my. Best groomer 25. I mean, I'm sure it's a groomer as in dog, but because love you, Zav. Notice everyone got outraged when someone told them to be. Let me say this before I read any of these responses. No one personally told me to be enraged. I heard the cold hard facts, and that is what enraged me, you moron. You, best groomer 25, are probably one of those sickos that wanted to see it too. This other person says, "What? Who? Brian Enton?" Because people were outraged before last night. Yeah, definitely. Oh, God. I'm just so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by this. And I know a lot of you guys are too. It's more than annoyance. Oh my God. I don't understand how anybody can, how can anybody justify this? I'm annoyed. I'm more than annoyed. I'm sorry, guys. I really am sorry. But I had to come on here and I had to vent, regardless if anybody comes in here and vents too. Hey, if you're watching the playback, feel free to vent in the comments. Or go ahead and stick up for her because you're going to get shot down real quick. You're sick if you're sticking up for this bitch. And I don't want you on my channel, frankly. I don't want your view. Go give your precious time to somebody else because I don't want it. This is gross, man. God, there's so many comments. So many. I want to see because apparently she made a community post where she addressed stuff. Here we go. Hey guys, I want to address what's going on right now with the Gannon autopsy / coroner video I created. Unfortunately, this seems to be something where people are very divided on how they feel about it, and I'm hearing a lot from both sides. Actually, it seems to be that the majority are highly, highly upset with what you did, actually. Anywho, the reality of the situation is that different people feel differently about this. Some people genuinely think making a video, including the autopsy photos, is bad, and I respect their opinion and feelings. Oh my God, you're sick. Other people, like myself, think of autopsy photos and the coroner discussing slash explaining. Okay, look, there's a difference between a discussion and explanation than actually seeing, pictures of a dead deceased body, especially a child's. There's a big difference. So anyway, you find them interesting and informative and are able to view it all in a more scientific, detached way. First off, you're not a scientist or a medical professional or anything like that. And yes, you are detached, and that's gross. You shouldn't be detached from looking at a deceased child. If you can look at a deceased child and not feel some emotion and sadness about that, you need help. It's just one of those things where it depends on the person. Yeah, it does. If you're a good person or a monster. Hmm. I am not adamantly against taking down the video if people are truly unhappy with it. Wow. And I will absolutely consider doing that. But right now, it seems that there are a lot of other people who are acting in bad faith and creating lies for fun and excitement and in order to pit others against me. You, oh my God, you're a dumb bitch, dude. Oh my God. I'm saying the B word way too much. I apologize, guys, but she is one. I could be saying see you next Tuesday word, but if you've heard the latest rumor that I've been distributing photos of Gannon's private areas, I assure you I have not. And his private area isn't visible in any of the autopsy photos in the autopsy slash coroner video. I hope not. I hope it's not visible, and I hope you didn't comment on it. But I heard that you made comments about it, about his private area. I haven't heard anybody say that they've seen it. I've heard people say that you made comments about it. But that's just what I've heard. And I haven't heard anybody saying that you distributed photos of his area. I've heard them say, you know, he was not clothed in the pictures, obviously. So I don't know. That's just what I. So it's a bit difficult to sort through what's what. When there are other creators who have the same autopsy photos up right here on YouTube for public viewing on their channel. Oh, point the blame, point the blame somewhere else, huh? Where anyone can stumble across them and they are not being attacked as I am right now. It becomes obvious that some of this hate I'm receiving is not genuine and is being done for other reasons. YouTube drama gets clicks. People are mad that they don't even have a channel. They don't have content. There is people that are mad because they're good people and they see that this is disgusting what you did. They don't have content. They don't make content. They're not content creators. They don't give a shit about numbers. They don't give a shit about the clicks and views. You're stupid. This bitch is manipulative as shit, man. Oh. I understand some of you have issues with me charging money on my Patreon for the video. If I was charging money For the autopsy files alone or something like that, I think I'd see your point. See, it's okay because I talked about other stuff besides just that. So it's okay for me to charge people. If I okay, try to remember. But in this case, I spent a lot of time and worked hard putting together a video, lining up the corner's audio and descriptions along with the appropriate part of the photos she is describing and editing it together to try to make it as informative as possible for the viewer. That is what I'm charging for, which I would hope you can agree is understandable. Okay. Putting in hard work, making content. Yes, it's okay to earn money from that. But the con- the context of that content is what people are angry about. You absolute piece of garbage. You displayed a photo that you purchased of a deceased child who was not family to you, and you are not law enforcement or a medical professional or any kind of educator at all. You displayed these photos behind a paywall on Patreon. It doesn't matter that you added extra stuff, that you edited a bunch of other stuff in. That's not what people are mad about. Are you that delusional there, Zav girl? Are you that delusional? Or are you just stupid? Or are you just fucking boring ass fucking weird? Ugh. Anyway, thank you to those who have reached out to me with your take on it in a respectful way, who understand this is simply a bit of a gray area as to what is socially acceptable and what isn't. It's not a gray area. What you did was unacceptable. Period. Like I said, I'm not against removing the video, and I care what you think. No, you don't, because you would have made a public apology by now. But it's hard to make sense of it all while I'm getting some very seriously unhinged threats. Oh, here we go. I'm a victim. Here we go. You guys, I implore you, don't make this bitch the victim, please. I believe Duty Ron said that the other night too. Don't make her the victim. So, seriously, unhinged threats being made against myself and my loved ones. And those threats are coming from those who claim I'm doing something morally objectionable. Objectionable? Okay. For those of you who are willing to discuss this rationally and want to communicate your thoughts, please comment on this post as I might not see it anywhere else. After I deal with the threats, here we go. Pity party. Oh, poor me. Oh, I did something wrong and now I'm the victim. Oh my god. I mean, you shouldn't send threats to anybody regardless. And she probably isn't. I don't know. She might be getting them. I haven't seen any. I've just seen people being like, shame on you, you're despicable, you're sick, you're gonna get oh, sorry, you're gonna get your karma. That's basically all that I've seen, but I don't know, who knows. I implore you, though, don't make her the victim. There's only one victim here, and that's this poor little, well, and his family, this poor little child and his family. Oh, anyway, thank you guys. Yeah. You're disgusting. You're a piece of garbage. Oh, here we go. This comment here is from somebody, a grieving mother. So let's read from a grieving mother's perspective, because this is important to have somebody's perspective. Shame on you. I'm a grieving mother. If someone were to exploit my son's autopsy photos, I won't say what I would want to do, let alone what my husband or our older son would do. I'm grateful that the site in which you posted them behind she says firewall, with paywall, whatever. Uh oh, hang on. Oh my God, excuse me, guys, for the sneezing. I'm grateful for the site which you posted behind a paywall took them down. You have so much to learn. I am appalled that you even thought to do this. I'm happy to see about 8,000 of your former subscribers agree. I hope more of them follow suit, and they have been. And I'm sorry, I'm Climbers 1984 is the name of that woman. I'm sorry that you lost a child. That is awful. And yeah, I agree. Her inability to comprehend how wrong this is makes me physically sick. And I know I hurt more for Gannon's loved ones. Yeah, I agree. His family has enough grief. Unsubscribe. If you are a subscriber still, and you have morals, integrity, values, and you are disgusted by this, don't give her your views. Because even though she hasn't lost nearly enough subscribers, in my opinion, I bet it is killing her on the inside, seeing that subscribe count go down. I love it. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to keep displaying it. You, Zav girl, need to be publicly humiliated. You need to find something else to do with your time. You have an obsession that has turned morbid. And anybody else who bought that Patreon, you're right there with her. Here's a good comment. I know I'm just reading comments and going off, whatever. I don't care. I had to do this. I had to get this out because I'm so fucking irritated. I just can't comprehend why this is even something that can be done. Why would this be okay? Why? It's all about greed, man. Wherever she got those pictures, I think they might have said something about Colorado, whatever, I don't know, or Florida. I can't remember, but why is it even legal for somebody who has no connection to this whatsoever? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting like. Why is it okay for these to be purchased in the first place? Yeah, we can be mad at this bitch all day. But the fact is, why is this even legal? If you're not any kind of an educator, like professionally or the family or whatever. Why is this even legal? Why can you do this? And they're absolutely, I'm agreeing with these. There's all kinds of hashtags saying Gannon's Law. And I agree. There needs to be a new law put into place where if you are not family or, professional of any kind, like educator or medical person, whatever, law enforcement, whatever, you cannot have these. So, like I said earlier, perhaps that will be the tiny little silver lining to this, that there is a new law that is made that protects the victims from this kind of shit. But now I want to read this comment, and then I want to go and I want to listen to Brian Enton with you guys, and I want to give you my thoughts and opinions, and then whatever. So, God, I can't believe I've been on here for almost an hour now, just going off. I can't, dude, seriously, I'm so upset about this. It's like, oh my God, I've never, well, yeah, you guys know I get mad about stuff. Yeah, of course. And I vent on here, but this is just beyond. Anyway, here's this comment. Here's the thing. This isn't about what we think. And that's true. Gannon's family has been through a hell that most of us will never comprehend. This case was closed already. It was. This was closed. You seen well, I didn't because I can't consume much of this stuff. Like I said, like especially when it comes to kids, I can't deal with it. But you guys all watched the trials. This case has been closed. This case was closed already, and his family have finally started trying to heal from those wounds. All this did was reopen those wounds for absolutely no reason other than greed. Absolutely. For all of you defending this because your thirst for morbid curiosity wasn't quenched, or your quest for scientific knowledge was hampered, too bad. Here's some science for you, Zav. The world doesn't revolve around you, thankfully. Perfect. And this dumbass says, no one's forcing you to look. I love that. I love it. No one is forcing anyone to look, but just the knowledge that these are out there is re-victimizing the family. So, wow. Did she even once consider that child's family seeing that shit? When you can be emotionally detached from autopsy photos of a nude child who was brutally murdered, I think it's time to take a break from true crime. We know how he passed. We don't need the pictures. It was all out of morbid curiosity and obsession that you posted those for other sick individuals and predators to see. Anyway, let's go. I want to give you my thoughts on what Brian Enton had to say about this because I liked what he said, and then I'll jump off here because I just can't.
And they actually released the photos to her. She had to pay. They released the photos and she got them. And you can just imagine, based on the description of the way that little boy was killed, what those photos look like.
Oh, God, I can't even. Hello, Amanda. Well, thank you for sneaking in and saying hey. Wish everyone well, stuff and things. Yeah, girl, it's basically just me popping off about this whole situation. So, I mean, if you want to watch the replay, thank you. I appreciate it so very much, darling. But honestly, it's no big deal if you don't, because it's just me venting, popping off, being angry, reading some of these comments on Zagral's community page and just giving my thoughts and opinions and whatever. So, but I appreciate you regardless. You too, babe. Well, hey, I'm like I said, well, you weren't here, so you didn't hear me, but I popped on here a little early because I'm getting the children today at some point. So I want to get on here early and get all this out so I don't go live and I get yelled at for saying bad words by a 3-year-old. So I don't want that energy when they're around here because I like to keep it. I'm very happy when they're around and they make me very happy. And I like it when they are happy and stuff. But I might pop back on later just to hang out and chill and talk though. Lord knows I'll probably be bored. So these kids, they like to ignore Aunt Sarah, the little turd birds, especially my nephew. He'll be in my room playing PlayStation. Guaranteed. Anyway, I do want to listen to this, so let's listen to this.
Zav Girl then proceeded to post them on her Patreon account, which is an account attached to her YouTube page, and she charged her followers money to see the autopsy photos. For $3, you could see little Gannon's body. She was making money off of that little boy's autopsy photos of a severely beaten to death little boy. Really, they just got no place on the internet. It's hard enough for the jury to have to look at them. But for this YouTuber to go to all that trouble to request them, to pay the money, to get them from the government, and not only post them, but then to charge people to see them. I mean, I just find it sick. My question, has Zav Girl ever even been in a courtroom or interviewed a grieving family?
No, but you sure have, Brian Enton. So I respect your take on this. And he has this. He has Brian's take up here. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but it is truly sick for someone to profit off of this horrific crime. Zav Girl is hiding behind her computer and showing no regard for a grieving family. Facts.
That's my issue with some of these YouTubers that cause problems. They hide behind their computers. Yep. They don't even use their real names. Like in this case, they don't even know who Zav Girl really is.
Bingo! They don't even use their real names. Oh, I love it. See, I use my real name. But these creators, they don't even use their real names. They hide. They're hiding. I love that he said that. That's awesome.
And if you're so proud of your page, I don't know why people don't just use their real name. And this isn't some video game or TV show you're playing on your computer. This is a real family's life. This morning, Zav Girl, she got a lot of heat for this. She posted a statement on her YouTube page about the controversy. It was deleted. It's back up now. I screen grabbed it. This is part of it.
We just read it. We just read that big long statement. If anybody, I mean, you can go see it for yourself. It's still up, but if she happens to delete it, just rewatch this. I read it out loud to everybody, where she tried to justify things and make herself a victim.
That she wrote, the reality of the situation is that different people feel differently about this. Some people are genuinely think making a video including the autopsy photos is bad, and I respect their opinion and feelings. Other people like myself think of autopsy photos and the coroner discussing, explaining, interesting, and informative, are all able to view it in a more scientific, detached way.
Oh my God.
Well, Zav girl, there is nothing detached about posting the autopsy photos of an 11-year-old little boy, and then on top of it, which I really think pushes it over the line, charging money for people to see them. It is sick, it's deranged, and you should just own up to it. Whoever you are.
And bada bing, bada boom. You should just own up to it, bitch. You should just be like, hey, I had a morbid curiosity. I wanted to see it. And I know some people also have morbid curiosity like I do. I have an obsession with this stuff, and I wanted to see it. And I thought that maybe others would, and I could make a few bucks off of it. Own up to it. Own up to what you did instead of deflecting and trying to justify what you did. Oh, I had to make my money back. No, you shouldn't even have bought the shit in the first place, you idiot.
Or wherever you live, maybe get out from behind your computer screen, go to the local courthouse, and actually sit through a murder trial and see what it's like for the families in real life. Not on
exactly.
YouTube, not sitting behind your computer and thinking about clicks, but actually go to the courthouse and see what these families actually have to deal with, and then think about how it might feel for them after having to see those photos in the courtroom, and then have to have them plastered all over the internet, and then be trying to charge people money to view them so you can get rich off of it.
Right.
It's just awful. I want to bring in District Attorney Michael Allen, who served as the lead prosecutor.
Bada bing, bada boom. Man, people were mad, and rightfully so. Anyway, let's listen to the rest of this.
On little Gannon's case. Thank you for being with us, Michael. You were the lead prosecutor. You had to go through that whole trial. I can't even imagine. Like, this just got me so mad thinking about Gannon's family.
Me too.
I know they're aware of this. I mean, how are they processing all of this?
Well, thanks for having me on to talk about this. First off, we reached out to the family members and had discussions with them about this, just letting them know that, one, it's happening and sort of what they can do potentially to combat this. But honestly, there's nothing they can do to get these photos down once they're on the internet. It's just completely
that sucks. There's nothing that they can do to get them off the internet now. That sucks. So their deceased child's photos of him deceased, autopsied, will forever be on the freaking internet, and there's nothing that they can do about it. This is what happens when people don't have empathy for others. And this Zav bitch, she has no empathy for anybody. Fucking Smeagol looking at. Sorry.
really disrespectful to the family members that have had to live through this horror. But even more so, Gannon deserves so much more in life from his stepmother.
Poor baby.
And he certainly deserves dignity and respect in death. And there's nothing about what this YouTuber is doing. And I think there's another one out there as well that they're doing that.
Yeah, there's another one. Her name's Natasha. I don't know. I've never heard of the bitch before, but she's, she was doing the same thing. And whoever you are, Natasha, you're a sick freak too. Along with that purple, perplexed, whatever, that dumb Laura bitch, you stupid tragedy pimp. And of course, Bullhorn Betty, you fucking skank, you scum bum. Of course you would think it was okay. Y'all need to stop true crime. Y'all need to quit. You have unhealthy obsessions. No morals, no ethics, no integrity at all. Just greed, greed, greed. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Money, 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 money. That's all you people are about. I am done. I'm so done. Don't ever, ever try to group me in with these true crime channels because I am the farthest thing from it. More and more I see, I'm like, you true crime people, you, besides the select few that are okay, they have, respect and they treat families with respect and dignity and stuff like that. And they're very respectful or whatever. And that's a very select few. But the rest of you mofos, you are exploitative pieces of garbage, tragedy pimps, pimping tragedies so you can make a couple dollars. Because you don't want to go get a real job because you're fucking piece of. Ugh. Sorry, I'm getting mad again. Let's just listen to the rest of this. Then I'm going to jump off here because I hear my laundry is done. I need to switch it over. And yeah, maybe we'll talk later today.
Provides any dignity or respect to Gannon. And the statement that they put out about this incident, sort of justifying it, it just rings hollow. Other ways to do this, scientifically, they could have used body diagrams that the autopsy also included, instead of putting the actual pictures of Gannon's just completely broken body that reflects the depravity and horror that he had to live through and die at the hands of his stepmother, that he had to suffer. It's outright disgusting.
It is.
And it just speaks to the lowest of human forms, in my opinion.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
That's it. It's gross. We all know it, but whatever, I guess. Thanks for sitting and listening to me, bitch. I appreciate it very much. I just had to get this shit off my chest because I need it. I just needed to. Why is it legal to do this? Again, it needs to be stopped. I am in full support of this hashtag going around, hashtag Gannon's Law. That will make it to where anybody who is not family, law enforcement, educator, medical professional, anything like that, anybody who is not a professional or family cannot purchase these photos or any information, honestly, because we are not entitled to anything unless it happens to us and our family. We're not entitled to know anything that goes on in any of these cases. Y'all are so entitled, man. Just because you want something, just because you want to know more, doesn't mean that you have the right to. I'm just saying. I hope something is done about this. I'll be keeping a close eye on it. And I'm sure we'll be venting and talking more about it. So I'm not going to play the outro music because I just don't feel like it. I really should go have a porch session to chillax. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll switch over my laundry and we'll go and I'll start a different live and we'll chit chat. But I don't know. I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me, bitch. I wish everybody health, wealth, success, and happiness. And yeah, blessings and protection over all of your homes. Okay? I love you. Bye-bye.